All right, welcome back, guys. Today is Sunday, January 19th. We're getting into the Divisional Sunday games. Before we get into that, we had a massive day yesterday. So here are a bunch of the picks we posted. We won. A bunch of these were on the YouTube shorts I posted, on my Instagram reels as well. Massive wins right here and here. One on Commanders +9 for the VIP. We lost on Texans +8.5, which was brutal. I mean, that was a brutal beat. They dominated the game. The refs gave the Chiefs that game. The Texans still should have won at the end. They weren't playing that well. That bet should have hit, so we would have gone 2-0 in our spreads. But you can see here, even these long shot ones, the only ones we lost out on was Nico, anytime touchdown, and Robert Woods, 17 receiving yards. Other than that, we went, I think one of our clients did it out. We went like 12 and 14 on free plays, and then plus we had our VIPs, and we had the VIPs that pretty much split. So we did an insane day yesterday. Up a ton. We love it. Today we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna get into the wins. As always, please comment, like, subscribe. Helps me out a ton, and it allows me. The more I get, the more I can then dedicate the time to do this, hopefully do this full time, and then just keep pumping out winners. 'Cause right now, I'm just pumping out winners part-time. If I had full-time could do this, it would be insane. So as always, 4 great partnerships. Again, please use my code Bonfire. You guys get the free plays up to $700 across all 4, and I get the kickback. Again, helps us out. It's a win-win. Use my code Bonfire in all 4. They'll hook you guys up with double deposit bonuses. And one of the best ones is over on Dabble. Just free $25. You can put these picks in. Again, my winnable Bonfire locks. Get all of our winning picks sent directly to your phone. As I always said, like when I was back, working in the office 9 to 5 on my lunch break, I'm always looking up winners. And here, when you guys are in the office, you can just check your phone, see the posts I pick, the picks I post, and then click on the link and just post them right to your accounts there. I always talk about having multiple daily fantasy apps, multiple sports books, so you get the best bang for your buck. You can shop lines across different sites, so it's the best way to do it. And again, we finished the NFL season top 1%. We win for a reason. We're in the top 1% for a reason. We know what we're doing. We've been doing this for over a decade now, which most cappers cannot say that they've done. And like I said, we post our losses too. And I talked about them. We lost on we lost by a half a point in the Texans game. And these two, although they're already out, I still really like these picks, and I might put these into a little lay for today. But make sure you subscribe. Winnable for the free plan and the VIP. We always are tracking how the different boosts the different apps are offering to make sure you guys get the best value. Like this one, Amon-Ra boosted. We got a couple more that were boosted last minute, and we sent those out to you guys. So make sure you check those out. I mean, these were just massive winners. Massive. We got helped out a lot in the last because the Lions were not playing that great. So we used garbage time to nail this one on rushing yards. And then look at that. Laporta. I was going nuts watching these. And so, yeah, so we won big. So make sure you stay tuned. And now let's get into today's 2 free picks for Divisional Sunday. We got 2 great locks. And again, let me know in the comments what sides of these picks you guys like. If you end up splitting them, I know sometimes people, we have all 4 picks here. Some people don't like to do as much of a risk, so they'll split them in half. Maybe go Cup, Cook, and then Kenny, Tyler. Here, maybe split these in half as well. So let me know how you guys like to play them. And as always, we got one on Vivid, one on Dabble, both offering you guys free money, free $25, double deposit $250. So over on Vivid, we're going Cooper Kupp more than 36 receiving yards. This line's deflated. Puka is taken over as the number 1 spot. This number keeps getting deflated. But in a must-win game against the Eagles on the road, the Rams are going to have to throw the ball across the board. which means this is where Cooper is finally going to get his moment to shine. We take the value on the over because this number is so deflated. He's going to easily get 60 yards this game. Conditions are going to be bad. Stafford, they're going to be playing from behind a ton. He's going to be throwing the ball. It's not going to be like last game where they were playing great and kind of dominated. It's going to be a much different game. On the other side of the ball, we're going Kenny Gainwell, more than 9 rushing yards. Again, this game's going to be snowy. The Eagles will control the field. They'll control the ball. This is their weather. They're going to run the ball a ton. As you saw up here, I like Saquon over his rushing yards. But Kenny, they're going to have to balance it out. Saquon can't get all the rushes. They need to give him rest to make sure that he can perform to the top notch. So give me Kenny, 9 rushes. I believe, let me look it up. I believe he's scored this a ton. He's hit this mark 10 out of his last 14 games or something. Let me just double check this for you guys. Yeah, he's hit 14 or more rushing yards in 10 of his last 14 games. So this is huge. So look at that number. Yeah, he's 14 or more rushing yards in 10 of his last 14 games. So I like this a lot. This is going to hit. Make sure you take that one especially. And then in the night game, we're staying in Vivid. Like we did on this pick, we did half during the first game, half during the latter half of the day. We're going James Cook, more than 14 rushing attempts. This game is also going to be in the snow, so they're just going to try to be handing the ball off. Both teams are going to try to control the clock, so it's going to be run heavy. It's why also on this side I have their rushing yards. So I like that a lot. And then kicking points, the game will get sloppy. I see a lot of field goals being made because once you get into the red zone, they're going to get into the 20 area. Tyler Bass isn't going to hit a 50-yarder today. It's not going to happen. They're going to get into the red zone. Both teams' defenses in the red zone are strong. So give me him 2 field goals and an extra point. That's all he needs. 2 field goals, extra point. He hits this easily. So again, over on Vivid, we're going Cooper Kupp, more than 36 rushing or receiving yards. James Cook, more than 14 rushing attempts. Kenny Gainwell, more than 9 rushing yards. And then Tyler Bass, more than 6 kicking points. Now let's move over to Dabble. So again, I've loved Rashard Bateman. Zay Flowers, I think he's playing, but his knee's injured. So that means, Zay was Lamar's favorite target. Bateman has become his favorite target of recent. And I've talked about this too before. It destroyed my fantasy team because I had Zay Flowers. But I love him to get a touchdown this game. Again, they're going to be moving the ball in the red zone. They're going to be running the ball a ton. But once the red zone hits, Lamar's going to throw. If you want another pick, I'd look into Lamar more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think that'll hit. I just didn't want it for this pick. For this one over on Dabble. Also, too, Mark Andrews, more than 40 receiving yards. We saw this yesterday in all of the games. All of the tight ends lit it up yesterday. Schultz, Laporta, Travis Kelce, all those guys were going off because in the playoffs, especially too in the divisional round, quarterbacks want to go to their go-to guys. Again, that's why we're taking the value on Kupp. That's why we're going with Bateman. That's why we're going with Andrews. They're going to go who they feel the most comfortable with in these tight spots where they can't have mistakes. And then, again, like I said, on the ground, more than 54 rushing yards. I think this will hit pretty easily. I wouldn't be shocked if Lamar broke out like a 30-yard rush, gets clean. The players, it's a slippery field. I like that play. Again, on the other side, this game is in the snow. We're going rushing yards. More than 55 rushing yards for James Cook. And then Khalil Shakur, anytime touchdown. I was looking through the different options. I like Khalil because, as I say, these quarterbacks go to who they like the most. You could look at Dalton Kincaid too if you want him anytime touchdown. But I like Shakur on like a nice slant route in the end zone. Get him on the slant, quick pass, bang, hit that. So again, these are the 2 free picks we have today. As always, we'll be having some VIP winners. I'll have the spreads. I have a total for this game as well for VIP, so make sure you go over there. You can get a free month of VIP just by depositing at least $10 into one of these apps. Sign up using my code Bonfire, deposit $10. So that I know, and then send me a screenshot saying that you used my code Bonfire and that you deposit at least $10, because from there, like I always say, we get to kick back. So that covers your free month and it helps us out a ton. So we're very grateful for it. I appreciate it. And as always, my Instagram is Bonfire Locks. Please like, subscribe. As I always say, put on notifications so you know when these videos come out, because now they're more day of. Tomorrow we'll be getting into the national championship game. I've done great in college football. I nailed Notre Dame. That was my biggest lock last week. I have a massive play for the game tomorrow night. I feel extremely comfortable with it. I've never felt, the Notre Dame one I felt extremely comfortable with. This one I also feel very strong with. We also will have some other player props that we'll get into tomorrow. We have a lot. I think there's like 7 picks on there. So make sure you stay tuned for that video. And again, there's all this free money here, just waiting for you guys. Get them. You got multiple games today, national championship tomorrow, ton of NBA, college basketball going on. So I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.